So we're now back in Central Shroud, which is mind-numbingly brilliant. So we now got to head in this general direction. Did I see? Ah. There is something in this direction that may be interesting. In this little section of the map that I haven't covered yet, there's like that light bluey bit that looks a little bit different, and we've got a red dot there. Red dots normally indicate some sort of structure, so we'll probably go in this way up to this crystal, go down, up, back out, down and round. Yeah, that seems like a plan. Well, wish I could know how many steps I've used. Because if I knew how many steps I've used on this little streamy thing that I've been doing, I could calculate what sort of distance I've been covering and how fit my guy is after this. Probably calculate how many calories he used. Let's keep going. There we are, and around. Yep. Now, if I remember right, this section that we're coming into is where you'd find large crabs, if I remember correctly. It's kind of pointless looking up to try and see where the airships are, because we won't see them. Okay, keep going north. Wee bop, wee bop. Just had a look at OBS to try and make sure that it hasn't crapped out on me again. So, Humblebirth. Which was kind of there. But if I remember right, this is more watery, mushy thing. Or at least I can hope. And down we go. Yeah, that's what it was with this section. It was watery. Well, it's change. Can't decide if it's a good change. It's something, chat goes. I'll give you that. It is certainly something. Never really noticed the fact that I don't get wet. Well, my shoes don't get wet in this. Okay, so we can't continue on that path. We have to go on this rocky bit, because it's a waterfall, to come back down into the water. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Well, as we're here, we may as well have a look at that block down the bottom. Okay. We've got another one of these tricks. So this is the second one of these we've come across in succession and close together. So there would have been a crystal on that bit of land there. Down here, it opens up. Repetition is rad. It's something. Okay, we have a tree. There's a tree in Central Shroud like this that you can visit. And what do we have here? Could it be one of the altars I had to visit? Or is it just a dead end? Oh no, we have a cave. Which just opens up, I think, into a small, yeah. Yeah. There is lots of those little caves around on this map. I've just been deliberately not trying to find them because it means you've probably gone too far off the beaten track for your wandering. But what can you do? So coming out of Spaghetti... Yes, let's call this Spaghetti Junction. But we do have a rock thing coming up. Okay, autopilot me in that direction, please. Yeah, for the next stream, I'm definitely going to have a test to see if I can do the speed hack so I can run faster. That would pay off immensely. Should have done it for this one. But, you know, hindsight's beautiful. We got an oh my god from chat. Welcome to the stream. This is me running a private server of 1.23b. Before you get all excited, it is Project Meteor. It is nowhere near properly functioning. There are no mobs, the quests don't work, the fighting system doesn't work. I am purely doing this to revisit the old zones and have a look at how it's influenced A Realm Reborn and where the ideas in the zones worked and where the zones don't work. This, I definitely think, is one of the zones that doesn't work. It shows left, right and centre, the copy and paste. No, this is still Central Shroud at the moment. I'm working my way toward Western. which is all over there. And then Northern Shroud, come on map, don't let me down, is up there. They're the two locations I haven't covered in this stream yet. But I want to do a series on here. The first stream that you'll find on my Twitch, if you follow my YouTube, which is youtube.com/PREEDND, you'll find that my first part of the stream I did previously, where I do Yadar, in the description is a direct link for the Project Meteor server site, and they have on there instructions so you can actually get this running yourself. I think it's tremendous what they've done. I mean, it's been 8 years since I've wandered these maps, so it's just nice to be able to go back and have a look. I mean, a few people have spoken to me about this, and one of the things that they find different is the animations of the character. They have a weight, because if I turn, I lean, which is just so nice. So yeah, I'm just doing an exploring of the old world, because I did beat 1.23b. I stopped the diabolical plan. Well, I defeated the person who had started the meteor, but at the same time, we didn't stop it, obviously, because of how a realm reborn came. Now, this is something. Who? What are you? What are you? A bat? A bat resting on a rock, maybe? This is the other reason why I wanted to explore the world, is I know I never explored it in its entirety, and it's just things like this that I never got to see, and obviously we haven't got the NPCs or what should be around it, but there's just unique things here and there that I want to have a look at, because I never did. Also, I've been talking for probably just over 2 hours, and I'm kind of running out of things to say. So if you have any questions about this 1.0 version, then feel free to ask, and I'm more than happy to sort of field the questions as be. Like I say, I did the complete story of 1.23b, and I just wanted to explore the old world again. Yeah. Kind of why I'm doing this. I know you can get like the story stuff on YouTube, but I don't think you can find people just running around the zones seeing what they can find. In this situation, trying to turn over as many leaves as they can to see what the developers put in this entire mess that is the Shroud. So if you know any points of interest in this map, please let me know and guide me to them. But yeah, that's our next destination, which is going to take a while. I think I'm gonna cut this bit from the video that I end up editing after the stream, and I'm probably going to recut it just as we get out of this long corridor that we're coming up to. But my next stream, which I'm not sure when it will be, I will be going to Lenorska. Then the stream after that, I will be going to Korthas, and then the stream after that, I'll be going to Mordoa, or as I used to call it for shorthand, Mordor. And honestly, I think that's quite apt for the situation. But you'll find out why I call it that when I do that stream. Because I try and keep things topical, so in this region I try and talk about my experiences and things like that happened to me whilst I was in this region. But the thing is, the way this region is designed, it just put me off exploring it, so I don't have that many stories. And at the moment, the sightseeing tour on this map is, there's now a tree appearing directly in front of us. And there is now another tree appearing in front of us. So yeah, it's a little bit dry, which I apologise for. The Project Meteor, they use the client as a basis to run the server, so you have to be able to install 1.23 version 1.0 of Final Fantasy, which you can find on ISO online. I obviously, for legal reasons, cannot say where, but I'm one of them people that actually has an original copy of the 1.0 install disk, so it wasn't an issue for me to be able to find. And then you use the 7th Umbral project to update the game to 1.23b, at which point you can then start doing the preparations to make your own Project Meteor server. But it's just so nice to be able to have a look back at something that is no longer here, that you can no longer visit. I wanted to find out if the rose-tinted glasses, if I was using rose-tinted glasses in regards to how I view Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 server versus the current version. I mean, before we go back, I mean, one of the things I always found interesting about this is the way the skills worked. I mean, I'm currently Gladiator and you've got all your Gladiator skills, but when you go down to additional actions, if I select like the Conjurer, I could equip Stone, Cure, Arrow, Protect, Cleric Stance, Blissful Mind, Raise, Stonera, Stone Skin, Cura, Repose, Curaga, Eroga, Sacred Prism. These are all the skills that if I had my Conjurer leveled, I could equip on my Gladiator. So you had so much choice in regards to how you set up your character, and at the same time you when they introduced jobs, all it did on that list is, like, if you was a gladiator and you got paladin, it would restrict you to only being able to equip warrior abilities or conjurer. But if you took off the soul stone, you could equip black mage spells, so thunder, blizzard, fire, thunderer. It definitely gave you a lot more choice. But here we are now in West Shroud. For those on YouTube who are watching the edited version, you've just missed probably 2 or 3 minutes of me just running through a corridor. I mean, I do give them credit for trying to make a world where there was no zones, but I wish the streaming off the hard drive, the tech was a little bit better, so you didn't have such long runs between actual regions. It's it's still zoning in a sense. It's just using part of the map to unload what it's currently got in memory to load up the parts in memory that it needs to be able to render the next part of the region, even though the region, according to this map, is all of this. But it's distinctly subdivided into other little areas. So, our first port of call, what's going to be the best way to do this? Probably dropping south straight away. Well, actually, probably a best plan is go to the camp and have a look at that. But I think, judging by the number of camps that we visited so far, it's going to be the standard structure of a couple of fences, a tent with smoke coming out, a couple of campfires, and maybe some box and barrels. But let's see. Waiting on bated breath, see what is happening. Okay, coming round. And come on, you're almost there. One tent, smoke, campfire, fences, boxes. Yep, pretty much as normal. Obviously, as I remember, you'd have a levy person here. Crystal would be about here. You'd have a couple of guards on site. And you'd probably have a vendor, so you could get rid of junk and pick up potions and things like that, just like all the other outposts. So, now we've got to go south. And there's only one way in, which is annoying, because it means once I get to where I'm going down there, I'm going to have to come back out. But it's my fault. I did say I did want to have a look at a lot of the map. Gotta go up, which is this side, yes. Starting to get to read the map again. Yep, and then once we get to this junction, we just want to start heading south until I get to a nice open section. But as you can tell so far, there's no real visual distinction in regards to this area. I definitely know that other parts of this section gets more interesting with that, and Lakewood. And then after that, we've got to come back onto the main and go up to Northern Shroud. I'm going to stick it out. I do not want to do another stream of the Shroud. It's official. I'm going to power through this. Right, so come down. This is the nice open bit. Which exit do I want? This one. I think the idea that I'm going for is I'm trying to go to each crystal location on a map, in the hope that when you get to that crystal location, you can get some idea of what the difference was. Okay, we're getting there. Can I go straight over? I'm getting the feeling from that map that I can't. And I'm right. Where is it? It's going to be behind me. It's going to be behind me to go back up. Okay, we can do that. One of the annoying things about the Shroud is, look up, there's just trees. I can't show you the meteor in the sky. It's such a shame. So round we go. Should be straight south, and somewhere along the line we're going to be crossing a bridge. Yep, there's my bridge that I'm wanting. I'm trying to rely on the map less and less, though I'm definitely sure that's going to get me into trouble. Nothing special or different that I can see down there. So follow this round. Through here. And there would have been a crystal here. What's going to be the easiest one to get to? None of them. We're kind of... Let's see. Okay, so if I go east, I go across here. I should be able to drop down and have a look down there. Hey, my compass bearings are getting better. Shock horror. We want to go in this direction. How far out can we go? Oh, that's depressing. That just makes it look like I'm moving even slower. Okay, so, yep, I was right. This goes down. And then we should be able to go underneath this. And then pop up this side. Figure as we're here, we may as well just have a look at what this little structure down here is. Well, not structure, but open bit. See if they put anything of interest down here. I know I've got... If they have put something down here, I'm guessing it's a 1 in 3 chance that I've picked the one with something. We are going uphill though, which is encouraging. Let's see... Trees. Okay. Can't see any nooks that would show or hide anything. My bet is that there's something in that little nook down there. But I might do a thorough better explore off camera, and if I find something interesting, you know, I might do a video of just random things that I found on the map. But obviously, because this is a stream and I don't want to bore everyone to death, I feel that it's important to keep moving in a forward progression, which at the moment involves going north. trying to... Yeah, I should go under here, go up to the top, and if I go west, I think I can go under, perhaps. Yep, there is a cave here. If I go up, what does that achieve? Nothing. Okay, 66% chance, because I've checked. Well, 50% chance, and no. Let's keep going, though. Get past all this. There we are. Drop down. This music is really starting to chill me out. I mean, I've been listening to it non-stop for, what, 2.5 hours. We're probably gonna have to go round that bit of bark. Not take the left, because that's going to be a dead end. Need to go through here and then go up and then go north. Sorry, there was strange bouncing going on the screen, like screen vibration, as if something big was walking around, which I know is impossible. Yay, so we're heading back up. And this is the straight course that we need to be able to go. One thing that I do keep wondering about this series that I'm doing in regards to this game, if I'm going to get a very strange letter from, email from Square Enix in regards to me deciding to do this little project of going through the old maps and just generally having a rummage and a route. See, the way that I see it is I bought a copy of this on the PC, which I still have the disc for, and I also bought a copy of this on PlayStation 3. So in all technical terms, I own 2 copies of the game. So to do this, in essence, I'm running 2 copies of the game. I'm running a server platform, which is derived from the client, and I'm running the client. So legally, I think I'm okay, but we know what Square Enix are like. So we're coming out of this little section. Getting back on track now. And there's the spaceships making their sounds known, flying over. So let's head down, go under here. Pan you out a bit. I was within the 2-meter zone of my character. So we're heading to another watery location, it appears, if I read the map correctly. Up we come. Yeah, this should be interesting. At least I'm going to be getting away from so much green and so many trees for a little bit. Not long, but a little bit. Sorry, was relighting a cigarette. Oh, we've come across one of these waterfall things that we can't travel down, so we have to go down the side of it. There we are. And we should go through a narrow bit that's then going to open up. Yeah, that looks like it opens up a smidgen, doesn't it? I think I had a leveling party down here once, because that hill looks mighty familiar. It's also interesting seeing the LOD system in play, because those back rocks, look at the texture just creeping away from them. So if that's there... Oh, we need to go that way. Okay, so obviously on that green patch that we're coming up to in the center, that's where another crystal would have been. And we want to go down this way to see what's made this area so special. Because let's be honest, it has got quite a lot of unique points in regards to the structure on the map. So we'll investigate. Could be nothing, but then again, they could have done something special. Considering the fact that it looks like we're going down into a cave. Because it... Oh, no, that's why. That is the dead end. This is the way I'm meant to be going. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. Through here. And then... They do like their ambient sounds. So one nice thing about this zone, at least you don't feel like you're on an empty server, like I did in Thanalan. Because you've got all this wild sounds around you. I suppose that is one advantage. So what? Can we go on here? Nope. Yep, that is pretty much exactly it. Nice location though. It's got quite a bit more originality to it than some of the other stuff we've been coming across. Now comes the boring bit, where I've got to trek back. I think I'm going to take the northwest junction from the where the crystal was. That way I can have a look at that location. And then we can come up there, cut into there, and go up to Cheddarwood. And then that just mean heading back to the main junction location, and then I can actually square off and tackle that lot. Oh, I'm just dreading that last little bit. I really haven't got an idea in place in my head in regards to the best way to tackle the North Shroud. But I'll keep to it. On YouTube, this bit's probably going to get a little bit... no, not really. I was going to say I was going to fast forward it, but if I was doing a big trek back over to there, then yeah, I'd consider it. Okay, so immediately we want to go up onto the top section of the map. Which is, yep, there. And then round this way. And we're up to this section. From here, we want to go straight. Obviously, from this section, you could go to Mordoa, which is kind of, in regard to regions, it's the most... It was where a lot of the end game story happened. I'm pretty much going to be saving that entire discussion about how they wrapped up the entire sequence when I get to Mordoa, because that's kind of where it all happened for me, so it makes sense in that regard to cover it at that point. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice change of pace in regards to just seeing these corridors I'm on. So we want to go that way. Yes, we do. My brain keeps going, where's the sprint button? Where's the sprint button? But alas, there is no sprint. So that is probably going to be the same as that, I guess. Just flipped. Because it does look like they went for a symmetrical pattern, kind of. Okay, everything got quiet again for a little bit. And here we go, getting ready to transition into water again. Does that sound like a waterfall? No. But at least I don't have to go far in the wrong direction to be able to investigate. It's quite literally just a hop, step and a jump. The other thing I'd like to point out is something that I've forgot about the mini-map. If you look at it right now, you see my triangle and you see my view cone. The view cone is actually of your camera. So as I move the camera in and out, the triangle that I'm seeing from changes on the minimap, which I think is actually quite a neat little approach to it. Yeah. Oh, I've been here. This is another shrine. The hand. I had to visit here to get my ring. That's one of the 12 zodiac signs that you had to touch. Wow. So yeah, I've been here before. As previously stated, once you beat the game on 1.23 and you saw the end of the storyline, you had one quest left to do, which was to visit the shrines of all 12 of the zodiac signs in your create a character bit. And if you did, you would get a ring that would be bound to your character, and when that character was imported into 2.0, not only would they have the legacy tattoo on their neck, but they'd also have the ring as well as proof that they beat the boss. So I'm quite happy I've got that. Not too much, and we can be done with this little section. We've done that, so I haven't got to return to the camp. So pretty much once I've done a circular route up here, I can then cut that for YouTube, whilst I then continue in the stream to run all the way back over to this way so I can go up. Yes, all fun games. And here we are back into the lovely green. Hey. Yeah, this is kind of turn your brain off for a little while, because I haven't really got any decisions to make in regards to... Yeah, it is bouncing as if there is a... Ew, weird. Don't have to think much on this bit, which is nice, because I know this route just goes to an open area. Once I get to the open area, all I've got to do is start heading north. What is that bouncing? I'm not imagining it, am I? It does look like the screen is bouncing as if there was something big walking around. See there? Weird. Okay, let's keep this up. We're doing well. Can push through it. Almost done with Western Shroud. Yes. Okay, I know what route I'm taking. I know what route I'm taking. So let's head round here. And then this way. Yeah, that's it. So we get up on top of here. This is where it gets a little bit jaggy, if I remember the map correctly. I want to go through here. That's going to be my route back. I want to go over in this direction. And go in this direction, going up, then go across, and then come back down and show where the crystal was previously on the way back. There we are in... Yep, just as I thought, we'd come up to a bridge, which is exactly where I want it to be. Is this... Yeah, that's right. So this bridge cuts across here, and then we just keep going northwest on the map, and we should get to a giant lake type affair. I'm not holding hope on there being anything notable or unique about the location I'm heading to, but I can hope. Believe me, I won't be this critical of Lenorskaka, and I won't be this critical of Korthas and Mordoa, because like with Yadar, the region map has a bit of character, whilst, yeah, the Shroud is just a nightmare. Okay, so we got a fishing dock. Ooh, will I be able to see into the sky from here? No. But yeah, that's quite nice. Change of pace a bit. Okay, so we're coming up on the crystal, so we go through here. Another one of these open areas that we know. And then we're coming up to the location of the crystal. So this is probably close to where I'm going to end up cutting it for a YouTube vid, because that's probably where I say bye to them.